all started as simple friendship vibes, has now turned into something that looks very, very serious, and fans are already connecting dots like detectives. Because the way things are unfolding between Pearl Watts and Morris Sam is not looking like coincidence anymore. It's giving intentional, it's giving planned, it's giving something big is about to drop. And trust me, when I say this, a lot of people believe wedding bells are closer than we think, because from subtle hints to loud actions, everything is pointing one direction, and that direction is marriage. And if you've been following both of them closely, you'll understand why this conversation is getting louder every single day. So let's break it down, because what Pearl Watts has been doing lately is not just random, it's structured, it's coordinated, and most importantly, it's emotional in a way that fans cannot ignore anymore. Because first of all, her recent appearances online have completely changed from how she used to present herself before. Now she's more intentional, more graceful, and people are already saying this is that bride-to-be energy, because if you know, there's always that shift that happens when a woman is preparing for something big like marriage. And that's exactly what people are spotting in her moves now, from her dressing style to the kind of captions she drops. Everything feels softer, but deeper at the same time. And then boom, she starts spending more visible time around Morris Sam, not just casually, but in ways that suggest closeness. On a deeper level, we're talking about those moments where they're laughing, but it's not just laughter, it's comfort. We're talking about those glances that people caught in videos, where you can tell there's more being communicated without words, and fans did not miss that at all, because screenshots started flying everywhere, people zooming and analyzing body language like professionals. And one thing they all agreed on is that these two are not just acting anymore, this is starting to look real. And then comes the biggest part. Pearl Watts herself has been dropping hints, and not the loud, obvious ones, but those subtle coded messages that only people paying attention will catch, like when she posted about new beginnings and talked about stepping into a new phase of life that requires maturity, sacrifice, and commitment. Fans immediately linked it to marriage, because what else could that mean at this point? And if that was not enough, she also shared moments with close friends that looked very private, very intentional, almost like small gatherings or meetings that people are now speculating could be related to wedding planning. Because in Nigeria, we know how these things go. It starts with small circles before the big announcement comes out. And what made it even more interesting is the fact that Morris Sam has not denied anything. Instead, he's been moving in a way that supports everything that's being said, because his own posts have also changed tone from his usual playful content to something more reflective, more appreciative. Especially when it comes to Pearl Watts, he has been openly appreciating her presence in his life, talking about how some people come into your life and change everything, and fans are like, okay, this is no longer normal friendship talk. This is sounding like a man who has found his person and is getting ready to lock it down. And then you look at how both of them are aligning their schedules, appearing in similar locations, attending events around the same time, and sometimes even coordinating outfits. Unintentionally, or maybe intentionally, because at this point, nothing looks accidental anymore. Everything feels like a build-up to something major, and insiders are even whispering that discussions have already started behind closed doors between families, because let's be real, in this part of the world, marriage is not just between two people, it's a family affair. And if things are moving this smoothly publicly, then behind the scenes might already be sealed. And that's why Pearl Watts' recent behavior is being interpreted as preparation, because she's not just enjoying the moment, she's positioning herself differently. She's carrying herself with that level of readiness that says something life-changing is coming. And she's embracing it fully, and fans are loving it, because they've been shipping these two for a long time, and now it feels like their dreams might actually come true. And social media has turned into a full-blown investigation board, with people bringing up old videos, old interviews, connecting everything together, saying, look, this didn't just start today, this has been building for a long time. We just didn't see it clearly before, and now that it's becoming obvious, everyone is paying attention and adding their own theories, because even some of their colleagues have started reacting in ways that suggest they know something. We don't like those playful comments under their posts that hint at, we're waiting for the big day, or don't forget to invite us. And while it might look like jokes on the surface, fans are taking it very seriously, because in situations like this, jokes usually carry truth. And then there's the fashion angle, which a lot of people are talking about, because Pearl Watts has been stepping out looking absolutely stunning, but in a more refined, elegant way that screams bridal energy, not the usual casual glam, but something more intentional, more sophisticated, like she's already preparing for that spotlight that comes with being a bride. And people are even pointing out specific outfits that look like pre-wedding shoot inspirations, and that alone has fueled more speculation, because why the sudden switch, why the consistent glow, why the extra attention to detail, everything is adding up. And then you have the emotional aspect, which is probably the strongest evidence for fans, because the way both of them speak about each other now carries weight, it carries depth. It carries something that feels real and grounded, not just surface-level attraction. And that's what people believe makes it different from regular celebrity rumors, because this one feels genuine. It feels like something that has been nurtured over time and is now ready to take the next step. And of course, not everyone is convinced. There are still some people saying, let's not jump to conclusions, let's wait for official confirmation. But even those people cannot deny that something is definitely going on, because the signs are too many to ignore. And the consistency is what makes it believable, because it's not just one or two hints, it's a pattern, it's a continuous flow of actions, words, and appearances that all point in the same direction, and that direction is marriage. And if Pearl Watts is truly preparing for that, then what we are witnessing right now is just the beginning of something much bigger, because once things become official, the internet will literally explode, and all these small clues we've been analyzing will suddenly make perfect sense, and people will come back to say we saw it coming, we knew it all along. And honestly, that's the beauty of moments like this, watching a story unfold in real time, connecting with it emotionally, and feeling like you're part of the journey, even if you're just observing from your phone screen. And right now all eyes are on Pearl Watts, because she's at the center of this narrative. She's the one showing those signs of transition. She's the one giving off that energy of someone stepping into a new chapter, and whether or not there's an official announcement soon, one thing is clear: she's moving differently. She's preparing consciously or unconsciously for something that looks very much like marriage. And with Morris Sam right there matching her energy, supporting her presence, and aligning with her path, it's hard not to believe that this could actually be happening. And fans are already celebrating in advance, creating edits, writing captions, imagining wedding scenarios, because for them, this is not just gossip, it's a love story they've been invested in, and now it feels like it's reaching a beautiful climax. And if everything turns out to be true, then this might just be one of those moments that people will remember for a long time, because it didn't just appear out of nowhere. It grew right in front of us, step by step, post by post, hint by hint, until it became impossible to ignore. And now all that's left is the final confirmation, the moment where everything becomes official. Morris Sam might just be the man standing at the end of that journey, waiting to say I do.